Hey there, guys. This is Flamsaron, aka YouTube's Tasuke. I've been wanting to talk about this game for a while, ever since it was announced that it's actually coming back. And this little game's called Neo. For the It was originally going to be for PS3, but um, it no word came from it, and then it was recently announced for PS4 when we got more info on it. So, as well as a gameplay trailer. So, it's kind of funny because it was announced pretty early in the PS3's life cycle, and by I mean early, I mean like I think like before Final Fantasy Versus 30, like before, like around that era, but a little bit before. So it's definitely really cool to see this game kind of come back. And I actually rewatched the trailer that I watched for it. I saw it on OPM, um, or not OPM, PSM, PlayStation Magazine, that became the official PlayStation Magazine at one point. I think, well, I don't know, but they did DVDs like OPM, but they didn't do like demo discs. They were like just straight up like DVDs with like gameplay footage and whatnot. And it was interesting. And they had like a PlayStation 3 showcase one where they had like a bunch of PS3 games, some of which were canceled. I'm sure. I know The Darkness was on there, and of course, obviously that game got released as well as got a sequel. Um, but Neo was on there as well, and the gameplay looked a little different. The protagonist was still a blonde samurai. Like that was something um, that they've obviously kept. Though I feel like now he looks like the Witcher from the Witcher games. Like to me, he looks like the Witcher. It might have been because his hair's a little lighter. I think if they went for like just like a golden blonde, it would have a bit of a better impact. Plus, with this game obviously taking place like during the Warring States period or somewhere around there, maybe even during the Meiji Restoration or some. I think that's too. I think that's too far. I don't know much about everything about Japanese here. Like either the Sengoku or maybe even the Edo period. I don't fucking. It takes place during samurai time, so I feel like having a really like golden, crisp blonde really works better in this game's favor. But that's beside the point. They showed gameplay footage, and I know Epic Name Bro when he talked about this game, he said he said it reminded him more of Onimusha than it did Dark Souls. I kind of agree, but I also disagree because I feel like yeah, it's similar to Onimusha, but only in sort of like theme and setting. I feel like the gameplay is closer to Dark Souls. It has more of like that tight control looking thing, and I feel like the combat in general is going to be a little similar. It's going to be more combo oriented, I think, faster and more action oriented. The people making it, I think it's Team Ninja. It's a Koei game, so the people making it, I believe they were going for a action RPG, but now I think it's just going to be straight up action. It's going to have a bloodstain system though, which is kind of funny, like, which makes me wonder if this game is trying to be sort of like a pseudo, like a samurai era Dark Souls. I mean, we already have a Victorian era in Bloodborne, but of course that wasn't officially made Dark Souls clone, so I guess clone's not necessarily the right word, but I'm kind of looking forward to this. It's kind of cool to see this game come back. Uh, the Final Fantasy VII remake I felt like was coming eventually, but it was a nice surprise. Shenmue 3 was definitely a surprise. This one I feel like is probably the biggest surprise out of them all because like there was like literally nothing. It just kind of died, or I don't know. Like that's probably kind of because of course I've gotten into Shenmue now, so I've gotten on that hype train. But I am definitely excited for this game because I feel like it's kind of cool to see it. I talked about it in my Dragon Ball history video, my 30th anniversary special, where it's kind of like seeing an old friend. It's not quite on that level with this game yet, but I am interested in playing it. And it's going to be on PS4 exclusively, so we'll have to see how it is. But yeah, this is Flames Around aka YouTube Sasuke signing out. See you later.